This is what they're not telling you about the Epstein files. It's got pizza, it's got Bill Gates, it's got Joe Rogan, but he turned down Epstein. Aww. And it's even got your great aunt Tessie.
Smell like my great aunt Tessie. Murder me.
The Epstein files. What is it that they haven't been telling us about this latest trove and about the Epstein files in general? Well, let's go and get into it. Alright, so in the latest trove of Epstein files that dropped at the end of January here, right, there's been even more confirmation to prove that Pizzagate did exist and happen, and even more so that it's probably ongoing, just under a different context and using different phrases and keywords now compared to, you know, before, after it's started to get busted, right? Now, here's why Pizzagate existed. In the Epstein files, there's over 911 different mentions of the word pizza, often paired with grape soda. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the numerology. So I'm a factual person. I believe in science, right? And true numerology and all these like other things, they do involve science. And when you sit here and take a look at things, this is science from the universe, where numbers 911 in America, that's emergency, something like saying, hey, there's something going on here. And then you take 911 and add them all together because the last whole number is 9, right? And then 9 plus 2, essentially, or 911, is 11, right? And then you take 11, since it's bigger than a whole number, and then you add 1 and 1 together, and that's 2. Pay attention to the connections. 2 is all representing connections and relationships, etc., you guys. So like, it's a direct sign from the universe, hey, you should pay attention to this shit, right? There's that aspect. And then let's go and take a look at, you know, some interesting emails that we've been seeing pop up in this latest trove.
I have this email here where it says, I wanted to let you know that the crew really appreciated a pizza today. Thank you for letting us do that. Like, who refers to eating pizza as letting us do that? Like, are you a slave? Roy Hodges, are you a slave to Jeffrey Epstein? Is it Master Jeffrey Epstein over here to you? Sounds really weird. Like, the context of that, just saying. And then you have, like, this one. This is a email sent from some redacted name, which they're fucking being stupid. I don't know why the hell they're redacting people's names like this. They're trying to protect people. Jeffrey Epstein replied, you know, prior that day saying, this person looks pregnant, or she looks pregnant. And whoever the fuck the person is that replied says, you mean radiating a soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement? Yeah, that's the pizza. I don't know. It's just a little... That's not normal context of a conversation, you guys. I'm just saying that's really weird and messed up stuff, right?
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at a news segment from back in the day when all this Pizzagate stuff was initially unfolding. Particularly, let's look at a CBS news segment with an anchor who actually gave a shit about the truth and was genuinely trying to do his job as a news reporter, unlike half of the legacy media nowadays, or most of it.
Pizzagate actually comes from the WikiLeaks release of hacked emails from Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta. In all, WikiLeaks dumped around 50,000 email messages, and it was from those emails that the claims that John Podesta may be part of a child sex trafficking ring come from. Now, to be clear, not one single email in the Podesta emails discusses child sex trafficking or pedophilia. That is a fact. But there are dozens of what seem to be strangely worded emails dealing with pizza and handkerchiefs. Self-described online investigators say that those words in the emails about pizza and the talk of handkerchiefs is code language used by pedophiles. So how did a DC pizza parlor get pulled into the story? Well, again, read any mainstream report and they indicate that Comet Ping Pong Pizza was somehow linked to this fake story and has no relation to anyone involved. But the truth is that's not true either. What media is ignoring is that the Comet Ping Pong Pizza place is actually referenced in the Podesta emails at least a dozen or so times, and that the owner of that place, James Alfantis, is a friend of John Podesta. He was actually named, this is kind of strange, by GQ magazine as one of the top 50 most powerful people in Washington. Yes, we're talking about a pizza parlor owner. There are some very strange connections between Comet Ping Pong Pizza and a second pizza place 2 doors over, Besta Pizza, and the accusations of pedophilia. Now, this is where things start to get strange when you research this story. Now, to begin, I need to show you a 2007 unclassified FBI document. That document, according to the FBI, contains commonly used symbols by pedophiles to express their preference in children. I want you to see these images here. These are the images. Notice this one on the end, the triangle. That image signifies something called boy love. The pizza place next door to Comet Ping Pong Pizza, Besta Pizza, well, this was their logo until only a few weeks ago. Clearly, you can see that the Besta logo actually contains the same image, I'm going to show you again, as that boy lover image. Interestingly, after Pizzagate investigators pointed this out, Besta Pizza changed their logo, and there it is now. They removed the triangle. Also, Comet Ping Pong, owned by Alphantis, is the place where a number of performance artists perform regularly. 2 of the groups that perform there, who you can see advertised, by the way, on this Comet Ping Pong poster, include a group called Heavy Breathing and another group called Sex Stains. Well, if you check out the YouTube videos by these bands, Heavy Breathing has songs that do joke about pedophilia, and the band Sex Stains has a video that includes, and you see it right there, that same boy lover symbol. It's nearly identical to the one that the FBI does say is a pedophile code symbol for boy love. As I said, there are some strange things there.
So, mind you, Comet Ping Pong Pizza was supposed to be a family-friendly restaurant and, concert venue place, right? However, though, they have bands that are, named Sex Stain performing, and they have the advertisement which says for all ages. It's like, Last time I checked, kids don't need to hear a band's music that literally has the title Sex Stain. It's stupid, and it's also disgusting, and it's a bad name overall, but nonetheless though, dude, their music's kind of creepy for being able to be played in a venue where it's supposed to be family friendly, right? And then they also had, a band called Heavy Breathing too. I don't know. And the aspect of they talked about pedo stuff, and they had the fucking symbol of boy lover inside their fucking goddamn music video. I don't know. It's just a little fucked up and messed up, isn't it? Now, let's take a look at some of the posts that Jimmy Comet was posting in addition to his bartender on socials such as Instagram. So in this image, it's a post that Jimmy made on his Twitter or his social, right? And definitely looks like something that could be used for a torture area or a little slaughter room inside a horror film, right? Look at the comments that are there. Look. So Jimmy Comet says, oh yeah, this looks fun. They're just really weird comments afterwards, like, working on my night cheese, says hashtag kill room. And then, Nile says, just rinse off when you're done. And then Jimmy Comet says hashtag murder. And then there's drunk tank, and one of them says put a pile of money under a sheet. There's some really weird comments made on this, right? So you have Ash Williams, who sat here and reposted this right too, and thank you, Ash Williams, for doing this. Let's take a look at John Podesta, who happen to have connections to James Alefantis and what WikiLeaks had to leak about them. So this is an email from Tony Podesta to John Podesta and his wife. John Podesta, mind you, was an advisor for Hillary Clinton for her campaign, and then he was also advisor to Bill Clinton as well too. So here it says, still in the torture chamber. And another question, do you want to have February 14th Valentine's Day dinner? It's really interesting that this is a thing that was going on with a person who was a huge part of the Clintons' fucking campaign and, advising them, right? Most people say that it's another sign that it connects them to it. We do have videos talking about that if you guys do want to check it out. Just look up Clinton trafficking and then our name, ZN Conspiracy Facts, or just go to our page. I don't know, it's kind of ironic that there's this talk in these files about torturing and stuff like that, and torture chamber, etc., right? This is an older one with the Podesta stuff, but they're mentions of torturing people inside these files too, by the way, and in these emails in the latest show that they've dropped. Not only that, we'll go and take a look at some of the posts here that the owner, James, of Comet Ping Pong Pizza made, as well as one of his bartenders there as well too, in the advertisements they were kind of making, which are also kind of weird as well too.
So, like, mind you, you guys obviously couldn't see it. It's a sexual picture, sexual imagery to, you know, I'll sit here and say, you know, like, obviously do it for adults or something like that. Again, family friendly, but like you have adult audiences, you know, sit here and do it for adults to advertise to them, right? So you have some of these comments here. So this is the bartender, it's Joshua, but I don't know, just kind of really fucked up shit. But if we look at the picture here, right? So it's you know, the sexual imagery, and it says with the handle Comet Ping Pong, and it says, "Happy B-Day, bring your date trick awful boyfriend to Comet. I'll get you all shit-faced. It'll be way romantic, bro."
Let's do it!
Sounds like a hipster thing to say, first off. And then second of all, it's just really degenerate advertising when you think about it, because it says, "or your future ex-husband." The other stuff, that's whatever. But like, he's advertising the destruction of the nuclear family. Like, the date part's okay. I don't know why you'd ever advertise awful boyfriend. Like, that's really shitty. That means you're condoning and okay with shit relationships, right? That's one thing that was kind of weird that he posted. And then we'll take a look at all these other ones, right? So you guys take a look at it. Like, obviously this is very sexual imagery, so I don't know. This one up top is like Jimmy Comet, right? I'm gonna take a middleman perspective on this one because, well, that could be his daughter, somebody he cares about, right? And they might just be like chicken pizza lovers, hence the hashtag chicken lovers, right? But apparently it's lingo and stuff like that, and it's an adult male, homosexual, sexually attracted underage males, used somewhat derogatorily, and it says chicken fancier for synonyms: chicken hawk, chicken hunter, chicken plucker, chicken queen, and it's synonyms for like a pedo, basically, that's attracted to underage male. But then, you know, you go to like the post over here, right? Again, this is supposed to be a family friendly place, right? And they post stuff like this, and it says Comet Long Dong Pizza Shop, and then you have one of the bartenders, right? And he's literally got imagery of somebody ejaculating pizza, and he says it's beautiful, come visit. Like, he specifically spells out come as in like the sexual reference. So again, this middle one, you know, for adult audiences, whatever, right? For applying for adults, it's just like really weird things. I can understand, kind of laugh at this one because, well, it's homosexual joke, you feel me? Pizza in the center, you know, whatever. But like, it's what he says specifically right here, you guys. It says, "We're about to get pounded." Nani? What? The ad's one thing, but then you add that to the post, and then, you know, like, there's, again, the other ones like this here, a couple or a pair of people 69ing on a slice of pizza. Again, that one's kind of whatever you feel, but they like made a lot of sexual fucking posts, right, for these advertisements, you know? So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, this is really weird. Why is this happening, right? It was just fairly strange. Bethesda Pizza was, you know, having the freaking boy lover symbolism on their fucking shit for their logo, and then they changed it, right?
Catch us in part 2 for the rest of what they're not telling you guys in this latest trove of the Epstein files that have dropped, as well as what they're generally not going to tell you in the legacy media as well too.
As usual, though, my dudes, if you guys did make it to this point in the video, go and leave the phrase "Deep State Eat My Cake" in the comment section down below, so let me know that you made it to the end and that you guys are part of the 1,000,000% tribe. As usual, if you guys did enjoy, please don't forget to, you know, hit that like button and destroy the shit out of the subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to me, and more importantly, it also helps us to get out to even more people, to let them know that it's okay to question these shitty, corrupt systems we live in, and that it's perfectly natural to do so. Also, if you guys would like a more interactive experience with us, come join us live every Wednesday and Friday from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time, where we talk about conspiracy facts such as this, play a variety of games such as Fortnite, Marvel Rivals, etc. Whatever really floats the mood, or, you know, chill out and have a good time, make some dark humored memes, and just vibe out, you know? As usual, though, my dudes, I appreciate you guys very much for being here. Thank you. Much love. And until next time, please don't forget to live long and prosper. Take care and peace. Keep it 1,000,000% real. And as always, fuck the system. I will see you guys on the flip side. Z-Trend.
My people of this country, and we're under attack. They ban up, all you're gonna see is American flag.